Good afternoon. It's Happy Magical Monday, and I am trying to decide if it's the 14th or 15th of November. I'm losing days here this month. So I'm going to do a live, real voice reading. And I have 4 decks of cards here today. And I know I'm not doing these on a regular basis. It's when I have time or I'm called to do so. And so here we go. It's Magical Monday. And the first card that's coming in for the anchor card is this beautiful one. And it says, emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. And this is about knowing that whatever has happened in the past is done at last. And it's about knowing that you are efficient enough to take care of your own said self, ways, nurturement, and any other said of finest of delays will no longer be there for you to pay. It's up to you now to stand up and to know your truth and to know your worth and to love yourself more than anybody else could have ever been part of your rebirth. So be careful here now as you're into a new cycle of change, and it's not always what someone else might think of just the same. So these cards are Rebecca Campbell's Starseed Oracle cards. And the first card that comes out, let's see here, is the Seas of Mintanka. The second card is Hyreth. And the third card is Empathic Starseed. Trying to decide if there's a fourth card. I'm hearing that this time. And these are the cards that are back behind the scenes in each and every way. And this will be the final message card here. So let's see as we begin. So the first card, as in the basis of the situation or the foundation of the situation, is the Seas of Mintanka. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. And it's about always knowing that there's always a silver lining that's full of delight that may not always be so bright, but it's full of hope and faith, and knowing that you are well on your way to a better of days. So be passionate now, be patient just a little bit longer, and you will get your head out from under these clouds, the dark gray clouds. And know, because she is literally just breaking up to the surface almost. And it's about knowing that you've gotten it all. You've worked through your dark shadows, and you're full of love and light after all. As there's so many orbs helping you, fairies, majestical beings, knowing their own settest of ways to help you to rebuild your passion up in allest of these settest of days. So don't be so full of haze, but only full of love and light, and your next chapter will start all right. What's back behind the scenes is my home is a peaceful haven. And the card reads, my home is a reflection of myself. As I clean out the closets of my mind, I also make my home a wonderful place to live in. And it's knowing that you have it all. You've taken it all down and you've thrown some of it away. And after all these longest of hauls, you're done now too. You only want the best in life, the betterment in life, and you do too of only know that you are worth it and that you are a delight in this life to be around, because you are full of light and love, and you've been humbled down more than just down to the ground. You've worked your dark shadows, and you also know it now too, that there's nothing wrong with you. It's just a matter of finding the right tribe of people to do things with of only now too. Where the situation is at is Harith, longing for home, homesick for the stars. And even though we know that we're all star seeds and celestial beings, having a spiritual experience in a physical world and physical body, with embodiments in all ways of only now, too, to help with the evolution for only the highest of goods and goodest of alls in all ways of only now, too. It's about being beautiful and standing strong and shining bright and knowing that you finally reach the top of your life and the love of your light. It's about knowing that you're full of goodness and that you're not full of bitterment and resentment or heartache anymore now, too, because it's all just not about you, but it's also helping a few other ones on through in all ways of only now, too. What's back behind the scenes is I follow the path of right action. And it reads, I choose my thoughts to be in alignment with all that is for my highest good and greatest joy. All is well in my world. And it's knowing that as long as you're doing your very best as you can, that you've passed most of your tests or all of your tests as well as you can. Even though others may bicker and differ with you now on that said subject, but it's okay now too, because you know where your heart was and how strong you weren't of only now too at times in the past of these onlyest of saddest of past now too. The probable future is empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. And it's about knowing now that you don't have to do all these chores and everybody else has said chores now too. It's up to them to do their own set of healing and negotiation and navigating through these onlyest of mysterious of worlds. There's no more looking through the looking glass for these allest of these settest of yous and almost always of only now too. It's about knowing your truest of reflections and also knowing that there are those that are only portals now too, that aren't always for the very highest of good, for you not to only look through in allest of these ways on through now too. You are a way shower, you are a light worker, you are a star seed, and you do to have only know of it now too. And all of your origins, whether it's been born or unborn into this lifetime, haven't have only been there for these allest of these yous that had not have only been so misunderstood in allest of these settest of times on through now too until today in all ways. The card that's back behind the scenes says, I am free to be me. I see myself as being free. I am free in my mind. I am free in my body. I am free in my life. And it's knowing that you've worked through all your karmic debt and mysteries in life. You've learned much. You've sacrificed much. And you also have said, no way, a whole hell of a lot now too. So be careful here now too, because it's all up to you and knowing which is the right direction for all of these things that you still must not have only do now too, except for be only you from deepest down and within in all ways of only now too. And the last card is adventure. And it reads, instead of seeing the current situation as an obstacle, try seeing it as an adventure. Explore all the possibilities. There are many more than you currently imagine. Instead of seeing things as either black or white, try to explore all the colors in between. And it's about knowing that our life is meant to be an adventure, not to be singled out, not to be exploited, not to be hurt, not to sacrifice, not to be challenged in each and every way, in each and every day, but to be explored and to know that it's a magnificent world that we've been born into, especially during this exciting time of evolution and trend setting now in all ways of only now too. So love yourself and be proud of yourself and know now too that there's so much more to you than just being stuck here in these everyday worlds of the mundane of only now too. So thank you, everybody. And I hope you are enjoying some of these. And I know there's some long breaks in between, but there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes. And this is always done in the here and now. And if you have too many people in your pot stirring things up, things can shift in just a moment's notice, in a millisecond of all time now too. So love yourselves, stay strong, and know where you do too have only belong, because it's where your heart song sings, and not only in your imagination of allest of these things. Thank you so much. Be beautiful, stay safe, and know that life is really great. Just keep on looking at the silver lining and don't poke your head into the shadows anymore. Thank you. Stay safe again.